Jeff Noonan here with National VA Loans. The contact of National VA Loans. It's 855 956 4040. Of course, check us out online at nationalvaloans.com. Today, we're going to talk about the difference between a VA loan and a conventional mortgage. The reason is we get a lot of times we'll get questions about which loan's better with VA, conventional, FHA, USDA. So I kind of want to address that now. When it comes to VA, FHA, there's no comparison. VA all day long, every day. In fact, I'm a VA person, so I say VA all day long, every day, no matter what. And as many of you that listen to multiple videos, I'm sure you know that. So VA is kind of the end all be all in my opinion, but there are certain cases where a veteran borrower or a veteran buyer would potentially use a conventional loan. In fact, we had one come in the office today. The buyer has a sizable amount of money that they want to put down because they want to keep their payments in a relatively low position, and they would have to pay the funding fee on on a VA loan, whereas on a conventional loan they would not. So in a case like that, where a borrower is putting down a sizable amount of money, and so they're not going to pay the private mortgage insurance, a conventional loan may be better if they're going to be paying a funding fee. As we know, the VA funding fee, as of April 7th of 2023, that's going down to 2.15%. So, on a $300,000 house, it's a little over what is about $6,300. So, when you're, or I guess it's even more than that. So, whenever you're looking at things like that, you need to consider those things, and a good mortgage or a VA specialist or a mortgage specialist will help you with that. Of course, we have some great ones here, and again, it's very rare when we would tell a VA buyer not to do a VA loan, but in certain cases, it does make sense. In this case, it saved him about $9,000 in total. So it was one of those situations where it does make sense to do the conventional versus the VA. Now, for most of our buyers out there, especially our veterans and active duty service members that are listening right now, you are probably going to want to stick with a VA loan. You can keep your money in your pocket. You don't have to come out of pocket with anything. You don't have any private mortgage insurance, so you don't have to worry about having an additional expense or an additional cost on top of your mortgage. Typically, the rates are a little bit lower on the VA loan, whereas than they are on a conventional loan. So there are definite advantages there. But again, this is one of those situations where you need to have a VA specialist with you, and so that, or helping you, or working with you, so that you can figure out which way is best. Is it better for me to go VA, or would it make more sense, since I'm trying to keep my payment in a certain spot, or I want to keep my I want to put a little bit of money down. I'm selling my current home that had great equity in it, so I want to take some of that equity and put it down. So maybe it does make sense. And if you can get out of paying the funding fee, it definitely makes sense. Now, if you don't have the funding fee, it'll be very rare that it will make sense to do anything other than a VA loan. So remember that, veterans or an active duty, if you're out there and you don't call us, I mean, if you call us at National VA, we'll make sure to guide you in the right direction. But if you don't, and you have someone that's wanting to give you something other than a VA loan, you need to be leery, because it has to make sense. So if you are not paying the funding fee and you are not wanting to put a lot of money down, the VA loan is going to be 100% the best for you. Even if you are paying the funding fee, and you want to keep your money in your pocket and not put a lot of money down, then I would definitely look at the VA loan, and that would be the way I would go. So about 95% of the time, the VA loan is going to be best. Now, if you're part of that 5%, we will definitely help you, and help you, guide you to the right loan, because it's you that's paying it, and we want to make sure that you're as happy paying it on day one as you are on payment 360. All right, so we want you to be happy with everything. Again, you can give us a call, any of our VA specialists here, at 855-956-4040. Again, it's 855-956-4040, or check us out at nationalvaloans.com. If you want to go ahead and get and apply for your VA mortgage, then you can do that also. You can do that at nationalapplynow.com. Real simple. Just run right in there, complete your application, and one of our VA specialists will give you a call back. Again, it's 855-956-4040, or check us out at nationalvaloans.com. Until next time, folks, God bless, and thank you for your service.